Canada, situated in North America, is a vast and diverse country known for its stunning natural landscapes, rich cultural tapestry, and reputation as a global leader in various fields. Spanning from the Atlantic to the Pacific Ocean and extending northward to the Arctic, Canada boasts a wealth of geographical wonders, including towering mountains, expansive forests, and pristine lakes. Its vibrant cities, such as Toronto, Montreal, and Vancouver, are hubs of cultural diversity, innovation, and economic activity. Canada has a storied history shaped by Indigenous peoples who have inhabited the land for thousands of years, as well as by waves of European exploration and colonization. Through periods of exploration, conflict, and cooperation, Canada has evolved into a multicultural society that celebrates its diverse heritage and values inclusivity, tolerance, and respect for all. Politically, Canada is a federal parliamentary democracy and constitutional monarchy, with King Charles III as the head of state. Its government operates under the principles of democracy, rule of law, and human rights, enshrined in the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. The country is divided into 10 provinces and 3 territories, each with its own distinct identity, culture, and governance structure. Economically, Canada is a highly developed nation with a mixed market economy driven by natural resources, technology, manufacturing, and services. It is known for its abundance of natural resources, including oil, minerals, timber, and fresh water, which play a significant role in its economy and trade relations with other countries. Canada's cultural landscape is rich and diverse, influenced by Indigenous traditions, as well as by waves of immigration from around the world. It is home to a thriving arts scene, world-renowned literary figures, and vibrant festivals celebrating music, food, and cultural heritage. Overall, Canada is a country of vast beauty, cultural richness, and opportunity, offering its residents and visitors alike a high quality of life, a strong sense of community, and a deep connection to the land and its people. Here are 100 interesting facts about Canada covering various aspects, such as geography, history, culture, economy, politics, and more. Geography. Canada is the second largest country in the world by land area, spanning over 998 million square kilometers. It shares the world's longest undefended border with the United States, stretching over 891 kilometers. Canada is known for its diverse geography, including vast forests, rugged mountains, expansive prairies, and thousands of lakes. The country has the world's longest coastline, totaling over 280 kilometers, including the coastlines of its islands. The Canadian Shield, a vast geological region covering half of Canada, is one of the oldest geological formations on Earth. The Canadian Rockies, located in Alberta and British Columbia, are a major mountain range renowned for their stunning scenery and outdoor recreation opportunities. Canada is home to the Great Lakes, which form the largest group of freshwater lakes in the world by total area. The capital city of Canada is Ottawa, located in the province of Ontario, while the largest city is Toronto. History. Indigenous peoples have inhabited the land now known as Canada for thousands of years, with distinct cultures, languages, and traditions. European exploration of Canada began in the 15th century, with the arrival of Norse explorers followed by Christopher Columbus and John Cabot. Jacques Cartier, a French explorer, claimed Canada for France in 1534, leading to the establishment of New France. The British defeated the French in the Seven Years' War 1756–1763, resulting in the Treaty of Paris, which transferred control of Canada to Britain. The Confederation of Canada occurred on July 1, 1867, when the British North America Act united the provinces of Ontario, Quebec, New Brunswick, and Nova Scotia into a single dominion. Canada became a self-governing dominion within the British Empire, with John A. Macdonald serving as its first Prime Minister. The Canadian Pacific Railway, completed in 1885, connected Canada from coast to coast, facilitating transportation and economic development. Canada participated in both world wars, contributing troops, resources, and leadership to the Allied cause. Culture. Canada is known for its cultural diversity, with Indigenous, French, British, and multicultural influences shaping its identity. The 2 official languages of Canada are English and French, reflecting its bilingual heritage and the presence of francophone communities, particularly in Quebec. Canadian cuisine features regional specialties such as poutine fries topped with cheese curds and gravy, butter tarts, Nanaimo bars, and maple syrup. Ice hockey is Canada's national winter sport and is deeply ingrained in the country's culture, with the National Hockey League (NHL) being a major professional league. Canada is renowned for its contributions to literature, music, film, and visual arts, with artists such as Margaret Atwood, Leonard Cohen, and Emily Carr achieving international acclaim. Canadian Thanksgiving is celebrated on the second Monday in October, while Canada Day, commemorating Confederation, is celebrated on July 1st. Economy. Canada has a mixed market economy characterized by abundant natural resources, a highly educated workforce, and strong trade relations. The country is a major exporter of commodities such as oil, natural gas, minerals, forestry products, and agricultural goods. Canada is a member of the G7 group of leading industrialized nations, reflecting its significant economic influence on the global stage. The Toronto Stock Exchange (TSX) is one of the largest stock exchanges in the world by market capitalization, facilitating trading of equities, bonds, and derivatives. The Canadian dollar CAD is the official currency of Canada, often referred to as the loonie due to the image of a loon on the $1 coin. Politics. Canada is a federal parliamentary democracy and constitutional monarchy, with King Charles III serving as the head of state. The Prime Minister of Canada is the head of government and is responsible for leading the executive branch, with Justin Trudeau serving as the current Prime Minister. The Parliament of Canada consists of two houses, the House of Commons and the Senate, located in Ottawa. Canada is divided into 10 provinces and 3 territories, each with its own government responsible for areas such as healthcare, education, and transportation. The Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms, enacted in 1982, guarantees fundamental rights and freedoms to all Canadians, including equality, freedom of expression, and the right to vote. Science and technology. Canada is a leader in scientific research and innovation, with contributions to fields such as aerospace, biotechnology, telecommunications, and environmental science. The Canadian Space Agency (CSA) has been involved in numerous space missions, including the Canadarm robotic arm used on the Space Shuttle and the International Space Station. Canadian researchers have made significant contributions to medical science, including the discovery of insulin for the treatment of diabetes and the development of stem cell technology. Canada is home to world-class research institutions such as the National Research Council (NRC), the Perimeter Institute for Theoretical Physics, and the Triumph Particle Accelerator. Education. Canada has a high-quality education system, with publicly funded schools, colleges, and universities providing accessible education to all Canadians. The University of Toronto, McGill University, and the University of British Columbia are among the top-ranked universities in the world, attracting students from around the globe. Canada is known for its emphasis on research and innovation in higher education, with universities conducting groundbreaking research in various fields. The Canadian education system promotes multiculturalism and diversity, with programs and initiatives aimed at fostering understanding and inclusion among students from diverse backgrounds. Healthcare. Canada has a publicly funded healthcare system known as Medicare, providing universal access to essential medical services to all residents. The Canada Health Act, enacted in 1984, outlines the principles of Medicare, including public administration, comprehensiveness, universality, portability, and accessibility. Healthcare in Canada is delivered through a combination of public and private providers, with hospitals, clinics, and healthcare professionals serving communities across the country. Canada is known for its high life expectancy, low infant mortality rate, and generally good health outcomes compared to other developed countries. Canadians have access to a range of healthcare services, including primary care, hospital care, prescription drugs, and preventive care, without direct charges at the point of service. Transportation. Canada has a vast transportation network, including highways, railways, airports, seaports, and waterways connecting communities across the country. The Trans-Canada Highway is the longest national highway in the world, spanning over 700-800 kilometers from Victoria, British Columbia, to St. John's, Newfoundland, and Labrador. Via Rail operates passenger rail services connecting major cities and regions across Canada, offering scenic routes such as the Canadian between Toronto and Vancouver. Canada has numerous international airports, including Toronto Pearson International Airport, Vancouver International Airport, and Montreal Pierre Elliott Trudeau International Airport, facilitating air travel to destinations around the world. The St. Lawrence Seaway, connecting the Great Lakes to the Atlantic Ocean, is a vital waterway for shipping and trade, supporting the economy of the Great Lakes region and beyond. Religion. Canada is a religiously diverse country, with Christianity being the largest religion, followed by Islam, Hinduism, Sikhism, Buddhism, and Judaism. Religious freedom is protected by the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms, allowing individuals to practice their faith freely and without discrimination. Canada is home to a variety of religious institutions, including churches, mosques, temples, gurdwaras, synagogues, and places of worship for Indigenous spiritual practices. The Anglican Church of Canada, the Roman Catholic Church, the United Church of Canada, and various Protestant denominations are among the largest Christian groups in the country. Religious holidays such as Christmas, Easter, Diwali, Eid al-Fitr, and Hanukkah are celebrated by Canadians of diverse faiths, reflecting the country's multiculturalism. Language. Canada is a bilingual country with English and French as its official languages, reflecting its colonial history and cultural heritage. English is the most widely spoken language in Canada, with approximately two-thirds of Canadians reporting it as their first language. French is spoken predominantly in the province of Quebec, where it is the primary language of government, education, and daily life. Bilingualism is encouraged and supported in Canada, with many Canadians being fluent in both English and French. Canada has a rich linguistic diversity, with Indigenous languages such as Cree, Inuktitut, Ojibwe, and Mohawk spoken by Indigenous communities across the country. Military. The Canadian Armed Forces are responsible for the defence and security of Canada, consisting of the Canadian Army, Royal Canadian Navy, and Royal Canadian Air Force. Canada is a member of NATO North Atlantic Treaty Organization and participates in international peacekeeping missions, humanitarian relief efforts, and coalition operations. The Canadian military has a proud history of service and sacrifice, with Canadian troops playing key roles in conflicts such as World War I, World War II, the Korean War, and Afghanistan. Remembrance Day, observed on November 11th, commemorates the sacrifices of Canadian veterans and fallen soldiers who served in times of war and peace. Canada's military personnel are respected for their professionalism, courage, and dedication to serving their country and promoting peace and security around the world. Entertainment. Canada has a thriving entertainment industry, producing films, television shows, music, literature, and performing arts enjoyed by audiences around the world. The Toronto International Film Festival TIFF is one of the largest and most prestigious film festivals in the world, showcasing the latest in Canadian and international cinema. Canadian actors, directors, and musicians have achieved success on the global stage, including stars such as Ryan Reynolds, Rachel McAdams, Drake, and Celine Dion. Canadian television networks, such as the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation (CBC) and CTV, produce a wide range of programming, from news and documentaries to dramas and comedies. Canada has a vibrant arts and culture scene, with museums, galleries, theaters, and music venues showcasing the country's creative talent and diverse cultural heritage. Fashion. Canada has a growing fashion industry, with designers such as Lululemon, Canada Goose, and Roots gaining international recognition for their innovative designs and quality craftsmanship. Toronto Fashion Week and Vancouver Fashion Week are among the leading fashion events in Canada, attracting designers, buyers, and fashion enthusiasts from around the world. Canadian fashion is influenced by the country's diverse cultural heritage, natural landscapes, and climate, with an emphasis on functional yet stylish clothing and accessories. Indigenous fashion designers and artisans play an important role in Canada's fashion industry, incorporating traditional techniques, materials, and motifs into contemporary designs. Canadian fashion brands are known for their commitment to sustainability and ethical production practices, promoting eco-friendly materials, fair labor conditions, and responsible supply chains. Tourism. Canada is a popular tourist destination, attracting millions of visitors each year to its natural beauty, cultural attractions, and outdoor adventures. Banff National Park, located in the Canadian Rockies, is one of the most visited national parks in Canada, renowned for its stunning scenery, hiking trails, and wildlife viewing opportunities. Niagara Falls, straddling the border between Ontario and New York, is one of the most famous natural landmarks in Canada, attracting millions of visitors with its thundering waterfalls. The CN Tower in Toronto is an iconic symbol of Canada and a popular tourist attraction, offering panoramic views of the city skyline and Lake Ontario from its observation deck. Canada's cities, including Vancouver, Montreal, and Quebec City, offer diverse cultural experiences, historic landmarks, vibrant neighborhoods, and culinary delights for visitors to explore. Festivals. Canada celebrates a variety of festivals and events throughout the year, reflecting its multiculturalism, heritage, and traditions. The Calgary Stampede, held annually in July, is one of the largest rodeos in the world, featuring rodeo competitions, chuckwagon races, and live music. The Montreal International Jazz Festival is the largest jazz festival in the world, attracting top musicians and jazz enthusiasts from around the globe. Canada Day, celebrated on July 1st, commemorates Confederation and is marked by festivities such as fireworks, concerts, parades, and cultural events. Winter festivals such as Winterlude in Ottawa and the Quebec Winter Carnival in Quebec City showcase Canada's love of winter sports, ice sculptures, and outdoor activities. Indigenous powwows, cultural festivals, and gatherings celebrate Indigenous cultures, traditions, and contributions to Canadian society. Architecture. Canada has a diverse architectural landscape featuring a mix of historic landmarks, modern skyscrapers, and Indigenous structures. Parliament Hill in Ottawa is home to iconic Gothic Revival buildings such as the Centre Block, the Peace Tower, and the Library of Parliament, housing the legislative chambers of the Canadian government. The Château Frontenac in Quebec City is a grand hotel and architectural landmark overlooking the St. Lawrence River, known for its distinctive castle-like design. The Royal Ontario Museum ROM in Toronto is one of the largest museums in North America, housing extensive collections of art, culture, and natural history. Indigenous architecture, including longhouses, igloos, and totem poles, reflects the diverse cultures and traditions of Indigenous peoples across Canada. Modern architecture in Canada is showcased in urban centers such as Toronto, Vancouver, and Calgary, with skyscrapers, museums, and cultural institutions designed by renowned architects. Literature. Canada has a rich literary heritage, with authors such as Margaret Atwood, Alice Munro, Michael Ondaatje, and Robertson Davies winning international acclaim and literary awards. The Governor-General's Literary Awards, established in 1936, honor excellence in Canadian literature across various genres, including fiction, non-fiction, poetry, and drama. Canadian literature reflects the country's multiculturalism, diversity, and landscapes, with themes ranging from identity and belonging to social justice and environmentalism. Indigenous writers and storytellers play an important role in Canadian literature, preserving and sharing Indigenous perspectives, oral traditions, and cultural knowledge. Literary festivals and events such as the Toronto International Festival of Authors and the Vancouver Writers' Fest celebrate Canadian literature and provide opportunities for authors and readers to connect. Media and technology. Canada has a thriving media and technology sector, with companies such as Shopify, BlackBerry, and OpenText leading innovation in e-commerce, telecommunications, and software. The Canadian Broadcasting Corporation (CBC) is Canada's national public broadcaster, providing news, entertainment, and cultural programming across radio, television, and digital platforms. Canadian journalists, filmmakers, and digital content creators contribute to a vibrant media landscape, covering diverse stories and perspectives from communities across the country. These facts offer a comprehensive overview of Canada's geography, history, culture, economy, politics, and more. Let me know if you need further details on any specific aspect.